Welcome to the Oaks Podcast. I'm your host, Travis Hall, alongside my wife and co-host, Ingrid.
On this podcast, we talk about all things real estate, entrepreneurship, business, faith, family, you name it, we talk about it, and how we do it all as an equally yoked husband and wife team.
We are glad you're here. Thanks for listening. Enjoy this week's episode. What's up and welcome to the Oak Podcast.
Welcome.
We are excited to be here. It's book club day.
Woo!
Lots to talk about with that and several other things. So It's mid-December here in Coeur d'Alene. And the last time we talked about this, it was beautiful and snowing and like majestic. And apparently there's this thing called the atmospheric river that's dumping so much water on us and Washington. It's like terrible for Washington.
Yeah.
So much flooding, but it's just raining.
And it has melted.
It melted all the snow.
Pack of so many of the ski areas. They've delayed closing or have closed once they've already opened.
Right.
It's really been detrimental to the economies, not just employees of ski areas, but also, businesses that depend on them, coffee shops, right? That depend on this time of year.
Yeah, all of them.
So we're praying for everyone affected.
Truly.
And we're praying for snow.
We
Snow
are.
gods, show up.
We've got the kids signed up for ski team.
They're being voluntold.
Yeah, they're being voluntold. I think they like skiing, but they don't like being cold. And so they're kids. So they're kind of like, meh.
Well, and here's the reality of that. I grew up in a ski family.
You did.
Travis did not. And so I have equal parts PTSD and great joy and memories from ski lessons and all kinds of, I'm thinking of a dozen stories right now where it was absolutely wonderful. And I absolutely hated taking, grassroots lessons from my dad going down the slope. And anybody who's met me probably knows that I don't take direction well from him. So
Anybody that's met your dad.
yeah, right. We laugh about it now. I'm like, man, if I would have listened a little bit more, I probably would be a better skier. But the kids have outgrown our direction. And so this is a way to get them to the next level, but also without lessons. It's team, like compete, have fun, race.
I'm so excited for them.
I want to be on ski team.
Let's be honest. I'm a decent skier. I can hang.
Yeah.
But I learned from YouTube.
Yeah.
I no joke.
Because you got thrown into a family of skiers and you were like, I better show up.
Half of my, if I go down in black, it's still like survival skiing. It's like flailing, but hey, I can make it happen. So we are excited for skiing.
Our own health insurance now. So it should be survival skiing.
But we're excited for, there's several ski hills up here that are close.
Yeah.
And, one of them, the ski mountain that we're going to for the kids is only 30 minutes away.
Yeah. Oh,
which is amazing.
Wait.
Today's episode is all about skiing.
No,
but we're excited.
I think we want to give everyone like a update. It's been a few episodes since we were on here together. Yeah. I had a couple guests on that were just phenomenal.
Well, we get a lot of feedback on the people that they do follow and they like the updates of what we're doing and what are you investing in and stuff like that. And so people know that we're doing a 1031.
Yeah. So give a quick snapshot on where we're at with that.
Yeah. So recapping real quick, going back, we sold a duplex that we had in the Littleton, Denver Metro. We call it Stern. Sold a duplex. We decided to do a 1031 exchange.
At the last minute. So don't ever think that you can't put fun.
We had talked about it at the beginning.
Yeah.
But we originally decided to sell this in beginning of this year. When we look back at our goal setting from last year and our business planning that we did, Sell Stern was on it. And so
because of that meeting.
Yeah, correct. We're as a potential. And so we decided to do that, but it took 8 months to get it sold. And so we ended up deciding to do a 1031 exchange. Again, last minute, 2 weeks before sale, we were talking about it. I was just kind of having a walk and thinking and just hey, what do you think about actually doing it? We kind of took it off the table, but we decided to. And basically all it does is it takes some of your profit or however much you 1031, your profit, and it defers the taxes on it. There's rules. You have to invest it into another property. And so fast forward, there is the soonest rule is you have 45 days to identify what you're buying. You don't have to buy it yet. You have 180 days to buy, but you have to identify in 45. And so that's the clock that we're on right now.
Yeah.
And so I've been kind of looking at, I have a couple things that I have to have. I want to have, and our partnership, we are letting me be the driver of what we're buying.
Which always works better.
Yeah. I mean, we talk about every deal that I'm looking
at. Podcast here at first. Yeah. Someone has to be the driver.
Right.
You just do.
Oh, and you're fine with me doing the hunting when it comes to.
Yes. Yeah.
And then we evaluate together. We look and see what it makes sense. But number one is we want to buy something creatively, right? In other words, we don't want to go get a mortgage.
I do not want to give any more money and interest to the pirates.
To the bank. I
would like to give that to individuals.
Right. And so, yeah, we're looking at seller finance something. And my dad is in the process of moving to Oklahoma potentially. Mm-hmm. And so I've always had this like desire to like have something back in Oklahoma where I'm from. And so it's a we. And so we are looking at some things down there. I'm looking at an RV park, a small one. It's nothing big. Looking at deals up here. We're trying to take all of the knowledge that we have and learn and buy something creatively and buy some cash flow or some potential upside, something that we can expand, something that does more than just what the duplex was doing.
Yeah.
So that's what we're looking at. We have one right now that we've been talking to the seller, and it is a solid potential. I think we can make it happen.
Yeah.
So that would be one. And then I'm looking at a couple other things as well. Yeah, it'll be fun.
Yeah.
It's exciting.
I also want to camp on like where we're at with some business planning for this year.
Yep.
We will launch our business planning kind of retreat next tomorrow. Mm-hmm. And we're doing it different this year. So people who know us know that we do business planning every year. It's like combination business and family planning, obviously, because we have family together. The children.
The children.
And our dog. But this year, we always like to get away for business planning, and we don't have that luxury this year with family close by. And so we are going to do it kind of in-town retreat structure. Mm-hmm. And I'm excited to report back to you all and let you know how it went, because I think it will be a reminder and it'll stretch us a little bit of like anybody can do business planning. You don't have to get away for it. You can spread it across multiple days. You can spread it across when your kids are home, and you don't have to do some of the ways that we've structured it before. So,
well, normally ours is earlier. Normally we do it in October, November, and we've done it in December. We had it on the calendar for November, but then life happened, and we were like, we need to push this.
Yeah.
And so, and we just have a lot of things going, a lot of things up in the air.
I don't think we're quite clear on next year yet.
Correct. That was the selfish reason why we decided to do traction.
I know.
Was that we knew we wanted to implement a lot of this. And so we'll talk about that. But yeah,
you can't just wait though until like you're clear on your direction. At some point, you just have to go do it. So that's what we're doing tomorrow, is trying to get some clarity while also not putting off planning for 23 or 26 anymore. We have an idea. We have a good structure going into tomorrow.
Right. And you hit it on the head. I think doing the planning like we do, it actually helps point you to the clarity. Mm-hmm. And for us, like we just have a lot of different things that we're doing. And so it's like getting clear in individual businesses that we're in, but then also like for us, it's like zooming out and like we need to make sure the ship is going all in the same direction with all the different ventures that we're in. So it is a little bit different. It's not just Yoked Podcast. It's not just real estate. Mm-hmm. It's not the other things that we got going. We got some small business stuff that we've kind of teased about here a little bit. And so it's all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's fun. Christmas is coming up.
Yes. Our kids are at a very fun age where, I mean, viewer warning, not that your children are listening to this right now, but if they love the big man, I'll give you a second to turn it on mute.
That's smart.
our kids still believe in Santa
Mm-hmm.
at 7 and 9, which is such a gift because I know a lot of 9-year-olds don't. I think we're probably in our final year or
I don't
two.
know. Maybe.
But she wrote her Santa letter to the North Pole, and in it was her list. And then she also asked for some things on Boone's behalf.
Yeah, it was on behalf of Boone.
Our dog.
A heated bed
and a rain jacket.
And a new rain jacket for the dog.
Which is just beautiful. It's just so fun to be at these ages, like, especially around the holidays.
Well, and her note was so heartfelt.
Oh, yeah.
It was like, I can't remember what she said.
She said, like, I hope you're having a good night.
While you're dashing all over the world or something like that.
And then it quickly said, anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, now to my list. I love it.
So that's fun. Yeah.
That is fun. Yeah.
All right. Well, you want to get into the book?
Let's do it. The book.
Traction. Yeah. So.
This one's obviously Ingrid's. It's got things all over it, little stickers.
So I think we originally picked up this book because of a lot of the circles that we run in, you run in with Owners Club. It is a very much, it comes up in entrepreneurial circles as the kind of framework for what the book essentially lays out for you, which is called an EOS.
Yep.
An entrepreneurial operating system.
Yeah.
And it has kind of 6 pillars.
Yep.
And yeah, I mean, was there anything else you were hoping to get out of it?
My biggest hope I didn't get out of it.
Mine either.
Well,
it wasn't a flop, but
no, it's just because in our stage, it doesn't translate.
We're too small.
Yeah, like if we put all of our things as a whole, if we had like a operating company that managed everything like one business, it would make sense more.
Yeah.
But this book targeted toward like our individual businesses. Like we read it with the lens of our real estate company, North Real Estate.
Yeah.
And like that business is humming, but it's just us with some side, like, we outsource some people, but they're not employees.
And I think that was my biggest takeaway, and not disappointment in the book, because I still, and I'll get to that, but we are still solopreneurs where we manage a lot of partnerships and individual LLCs. And so it's like, if you look at the entire network, out of all the lending deals, all the properties, all the, our Denver-based investment partnership, all of that, like, yes, this would be very applicable, but that's not how it's ran.
That's not how we function.
It's not how we function. And so here's why I loved it, though, and this is what I was going to say, is that it gave me a really good framework for where we're going.
Correct.
Because I think a lot of people pick this book up when they're in the weeds and they're struggling. They're running into the same problems. They have turnover. They can't grow anymore. They're banging their head against the wall as an entrepreneur. And I am really grateful that we're reading it ahead of those obstacles in preparation for what our company does look like at 10 employees.
And so, I mean, I agree with that. I think it's funny. It's like, it's one that you pick up, and like you said, like whenever you're in the weeds, and like it's not an easy read for that. It's like a textbook.
And you cannot Audible this. Okay. Let's talk.
Like I've tried twice. I've tried to Audible.
I downloaded all the resources PDF, and then I printed them off and I filled them out, and I took all of the questionnaires that kind of gives you a ranking for where you're at. And that was really the realization too of why we were too small, is because I couldn't answer some of those questions. But
that's why we both bought the physical book.
Yeah, we both have a copy.
And because it is not just an Audible. Like it is. Yeah. You need to go through the system and like really. I mean, you got to do the homework.
Yeah, but let's run through some of the pillars that were super helpful. So probably the one that
there's 6 pillars. So let's just go through those real quick.
Okay, so it's vision, people, data, choose, process, and traction, which is your execution component. The one that applied to us probably the best right now, and probably any business, any dream, somebody driving in their car right now that's like, one day I want to have my own business that does this, was the vision component. And that was super helpful.
Absolutely.
Yeah. What did you get out of vision?
I mean, the vision piece is, there's multiple books written about vision, like Vivid Vision. And like the vision is, for me, is like I mean,
That's
we
your
joked
rainbow.
about
It's your
this.
ponies and
I
rainbows.
know it's like it is my kind of wheelhouse that I like a lot.
Mhm.
Um, but it's also difficult to narrow.
Yeah,
Like my
and
vision's more
communicate.
like this. Yeah, that's the key part in this is like if your team and your business and your employees don't understand your vision, like,
Yep.
but not just yours, but like the company vision, like how do they know if they are doing it or not?
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I mean, the vision piece and narrowing down and like this, I've known this for years about myself of like this focus. It's like
Mhm.
focused vision.
Yeah.
And even like just simply put, like working here, we work right here. If I am working on something and I need to have like my vision directly on this, like I need to get distractions out.
Yeah.
Like the vision piece for me is absolutely key. And that's the reason why it's the number one pillar.
Well, and like for, somebody who does run a team, like you do have to have your organization bought into the vision.
Mm.
And so this book did a great job of taking you through an exercise where you're actually writing the vision
Yeah.
and then you're having several meetings with your leadership and organization about delivering the vision. And it's not like a one-time meeting. It was like over the next 18 months, this is how you're going to deliver the vision.
Right. And
Yeah.
it's like, and then it's fine tuning. And like the quote that we pulled out was the leadership team must be 100% on the same page with where the organization is going and how it's going to get there.
Yep.
It's not just where it's going, but like the integrator piece is
Yeah.
like how you get in there.
Oh, great segue. Which the next pillar was people. And this was probably the chapter in the book where I realized the most like, oh, okay, this isn't really for us right now because it talked about all your different people. And I was like, there's two of us on a good day. Sometimes like it's only one and a half with kids and stuff. And so the premise behind this chapter was the right people in the right seats.
Yes.
And so sometimes you can have the right people and they're in the wrong seat and vice versa. And so the process of vetting them against themselves, but also are they bought into your vision now? Are they here for the organization? Do they want it to win? And then do you have them in the right seat or are they doing jobs that they really kind of hate and they're in the wrong seat?
And I mean, it also led us to like for our goal setting, we know that that's one of our goals for this year
Yeah.
is to grow and expand and get to the point where we need. I mean, we're close. I mean, we've talked about a lot with bringing in people.
We've done it over
We have,
time. I mean, we've brought in an admin here, an admin there, bookkeeper here, kind of outsource some stuff there.
yeah,
But this is probably the year that we take the big jump
hmm
of an actual employee.
yeah, and actually growing.
Yeah.
And I think in some of our other business endeavors that we're looking at, like it definitely will be part of it as well. I think. I mean, even like, looking at the right seats, like we've struggled at times with just you and me of like
Mm-hmm.
for me again it kind of ties back to the vision, like I kind of just get in the seat and just go, and
I'm
like
starting to
sometimes
twitch.
I'm like I should not be in the seat, but I
Yeah.
just do it anyway
Yeah.
because it's my personality.
And that's how we've always done it. And
Right.
we are quintessential solopreneurs. Like, no job too big, no job too small. Nothing is above me. I will do it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's served us well, but it has made like those divisions challenging.
Mm-hmm.
And you have a doer mentality where you step into my operator role instead of just staying in the visionary role.
Right. I will say that, man, Chat GPT Atlas has helped me with the integrator
It's
piece.
true.
Like it's some things I'm like, how do I when I put on tech my
Yeah, you
tech
are tech
ambassador,
support.
like tech support, like CRM manager. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is like painful. And I'm like, chat, what do I do now? What do I click?
Right.
And that has helped me.
I know.
Chat has become my who.
Yeah. But we really do. I think most startups you will find someone is obviously the visionary and someone is the integrator.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking of the book
Rocket fuel.
Rocket Fuel. If you haven't read that one, it's a great book about the relationship between the two.
It's like kind of like the precursor to this book.
Yeah. It was also by Gino Wickman,
Yeah,
wasn't it?
same
Yeah.
author.
And so maybe go read that.
Yeah.
If you are a solopreneur, because that's probably a little bit more applicable.
Yeah. let's talk about data. We don't need to talk about every single pillar because people are going to read the book, or if they're not, then hopefully they will. But
Yeah.
I think data, it is important too. Because I mean, we see it a lot. Like if you're not managing and tracking
Mm-hmm.
stuff, like it's kind of like the dartboard analogy or like the
Yeah.
bullseye. It's like, how do you know
Mm-hmm.
if you hit it or if you didn't?
Yeah.
If you literally have no idea.
Well, and I do think a lot of startups, entrepreneurs, they start and it's like you're going off your gut.
Oh, for
You're
sure.
just going off your gut feel, and that's how you made it this far.
Mm.
Is gut and grit, and I will outwork you. And there's not a lot of data or systems or a process for things, so this like really lays that out. And also like very measurable small numbers that you can use, not like these crazy spreadsheets that are tracking all different kinds of metrics. It really gave some very specific,
KPIs.
easy,
Yeah.
KPIs.
Mhm.
Rocks.
Rocks.
Yeah.
I like that they don't call it KPIs.
I
It's the
know.
same thing, but like quarterly priorities.
Yep.
They're rocks.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about like who this book is for, because
Okay.
obviously we started with it's amazing
Mhm.
and it's not for us right now.
No, but so I was thinking about who would go read this. Obviously, anybody who is about 10 employees up to, I think it recommends it for up to 150.
Hmm.
If you, up to 150, I would say you're probably in other types of books, but um, businesses that are kind of hitting a wall.
Hmm.
It talks a lot about like the marketing role and how it integrates with the other areas of the business, how to build an org chart, how to grow your org chart. So any type of business that's organizationally needing some direction in that size, I would say you have to read this book.
Hmm. And I think any business that wants to grow,
Yeah.
like us, like we know that we're going to get there. And so it's like, are you implementing all of these pieces immediately? Maybe not, but are there things that you can implement that get you to that spot easier?
Mm-hmm.
And one of like the books that I was kind of referencing for this is called E-Myth by Michael Gerber.
Oh, yeah.
And that it is a book that a lot of people our size use.
Mm-hmm.
It helps you outline like process and operations and whatnot for smaller business, and it translates well to this.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
that's not our next book.
That's not our
We
next
did we
book.
went back and forth on what is the next book club book for January, and we're not
Are
going to
you
say
gonna
it yet,
jump
but
on me?
it
Okay.
is. We do have it, and there's hints on the table for what the book is for
Yes.
those watching on YouTube
And
or
I would
Spotify.
say if you have recently had some kind of business conversation with just a partner
Hmm.
or a partnership group, right, where there's, 5 of you, and your plan is to grow it in this next year, you should pick this book up now because it's way easier to put these things in place rather than playing catch up once you kind of hit a wall.
Right. And I mean, the reason that we like this go round, I was at Owners Club in October and talking to a buddy of mine about their business and kind of Owners Club. We talk a lot, like it's all about pushing people forward. And so I was kind of letting him know about our business, where we're at, what our struggles are. He was letting me know about his, and he was saying, "He's like, dude, like they implement traction,"
Uh-huh.
and he said it changed our business. They it was a little bit different. It's more structured like our Denver-based partnership, where they have like 5 or 6 partners, and then they have a couple of little employees, not little, but like like
Yeah.
part-time employees.
Yeah.
And so it's a little bit different, but they are all spread out and they implemented this and like all of their meetings follow this to a T. And he
Mhm.
said it just totally changed their business.
That's
He's like,
amazing.
it absolutely like we gave us like vision on
Yeah.
what we're doing, our KPIs are rocks, like where we're going and like how do we know if we're moving them? And
Mhm.
he was like, dude, you gotta read it.
And I think if you if you're a business, head of business or head of operations, you're in an operations role, but you're not the visionary, I would say if you don't like any of the other business organization books that are written about how to run your business, pick up this one because it is geared towards entrepreneurs.
It is. It's very much. I mean, EOS.
Yeah.
It's what it stands for. Well, good. I mean, I think it was a fun.
It was a good read.
Fun is the wrong word. It was a good read.
It was
it's
meaty.
An important read for us. It was. We totally did it, like knowing we were trying to change some things.
Yeah, and I definitely got some things out of it. So
I love it.
All right.
Well, do you want to let the guests, the audience, know what we're going to do for our next book?
Yes, it's right
our
here.
Next book club book
is The Ruthless Elimination of Hurry by John Mark Comer.
It's so good.
I would not let a whole podcast year go by without getting some John Mark Comer in there.
James C, baby.
That's my boy. I have read this book 3 or 4 times. You've probably read it as many.
I've read Garden City more, but
Garden City, yes. John Mark Comer, he actually has a podcast about the ruthless elimination of hurry he does with somebody else. It's just a series podcast, which is pretty good. But essentially, it is about how to end hurry and hustle in your life. John Mark Comer is a Christian author. So if you are totally not into that, I still encourage you to read it. I think it has incredible principles that can apply no matter what your spiritual, leaning is. But it will give you a gut check and a shot in the arm for how you're spending your life. And if you want to be hurried.
I remember that book came out. I think it came out like 2018, 2019. It came out pre-COVID. And man, that book rocked me. It really rocked me. And it's interesting thinking back to it, just like rocked me in this way of like, I'm not doing any of this.
Yeah.
And like, it sounds so great. Like, how?
Yeah.
And I mean, there's some extreme ideas in there, which is fun. I mean, like things like
I'm here for the extreme.
Like the flip phone. Go get a flip phone because I mean, notifications, they're distracting. All that, like that kind of thing. But the idea of that book, it's interesting. Like I said, sitting now, here we are in 2025 in Coeur d'Alene, and our life is completely different than it used to be. It is interesting thinking about how much of it is tied directly to that book.
Yeah. This book probably was a catalyst for a lot of
unintentional.
Those thoughts. Yeah.
But I mean, did we read that book, or did I read that book the first time and think, oh, I'm moving to Coeur d'Alene?
Moving in 5 years.
No
way.
But it kind of fueled a little flame that we had for a long time.
Yeah.
And it put some thoughts of like, maybe if we moved, it would change things. And so then fast forward now that we're here, we've been here for 6 months, we keep having this conversation of like, wow, this is different.
Yeah.
And the biggest thing is it's the rest piece.
Yep, it is.
And we have eliminated hurry out of our life.
I know.
In this season. We truly have. And is there going to be a season where we're hurried again? I'm sure. But we've had this practice of like trying to live life in a non-hurried way. And we've had to almost be forceful with our mental state of, no, this is good.
Yeah. I will say too, like as an author, John Mark Comer, I mean, we've heard him speak live. He is a very, very palatable author.
He's so good.
He is incredibly rich in his theology, but puts it in very easy to understand writing style. Visually, I don't always love it because I'm like, what is happening?
And it's funny because visually I love it. I'm like, this is great.
5 paragraphs on 1 page, but it is extremely palatable. So don't skip it if you're a little scared by some theology.
And on Audible, he reads his own book.
Oh, yeah, he does.
So, which I love that when authors read their own book. They know their own context. They know like they know what they mean. So definitely check it out. It's super good. And like for all of you that, I mean, granted, I would guess that a lot of our audience are Christian, or at least understand the Christian faith.
Yeah.
Because they know that we're Christian. But I love his take because he was a pastor in Portland, which is a very non-churched city.
Yeah.
Like as a general statement. And so he has a different take, which is just cool.
Yeah, it really is.
It's just a unique take. Anyway, that'll be fun. We have one final episode for the year.
Yes.
Our inaugural Yoked year, and we did it.
We did it.
44 episodes in. The final one will be 45. We are going to skip next week because it's Christmas. But our final episode will air in between Christmas and New Year's. And then we are going to launch next year with a bang, and we're going to have several guests. We're going to come on, and we're going to try to keep broadening and bringing in new business owners and just all kinds of new things. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
It'll be fun to see what Yoked has. We're going to post our Yoked Wrapped.
Yes.
We have two. I have our podcast host, which is Spotify, gave me all of the stats on Yoked. It's fascinating.
Okay.
We're pretty, it's done pretty well, like shockingly well. Way better than I ever would have thought as far as general like video podcasts. I'm like, wow, good job.
Consistency, baby.
That's what it is. It's all about consistency. So yeah, we're excited.
Yeah. So thanks for following along. You can always find me on Instagram at the Ingrid Hall. You are at the Travis Hall on all the socials.
There I am.
Be sure to like, subscribe, and tune in for our final episode of 2025 here in a few weeks.
Thank you so much for listening to this week's episode of the Yoke Podcast. We hope you enjoyed it.
And as always, be sure to like, subscribe, and follow along as we drop a new episode each week.